Здорово, народ, всем. Это прохождение Kingdom Come Deliverance. С вами Иван, мой ник Валак. Сейчас с вами начнем проходить. Такс. Нормально, все нормально. Ехали. Мы там остановились, я уж не помню. А, с кобылой поговорили, с этим. Рад с кобыла. Сегодня недолгий такой стримчик будет, 2 часа, и на работу надо будет в ночь сегодня бежать. Такс. Напросить ежика. Забери уберно ключи от тюремной камеры ежика. Или ежика. Ежека. Хрен знает, короче, ежик какой-то. Опа. Олесь. Олесь. Что за Олесь? Ура.
Have you picked something?
There'll be quite a lot.
Yeah.
Так, погнали. Ключи заберем.
Henry's come to see us. I'm glad to see you. I have some, Let's see. Bastards deserved it.
А, это ему уши отдавать, то есть. Я понял, понял.
I'd like to improve. Certainly. I'm interested in more advanced. All right, but it'll cost you.
О, новые тактики на мечах.
Isn't that quite?
Сейчас поменьше бабулек тебе дам.
Is this enough? That's a poor.
В смысле маловато, блядь, 150.
Agreed.
Новый уровень боя на мечах, ведение боя, это хорошо. Так, что там еще можно обучить?
I'd like to learn to. Certainly.
Топорах. Топоры новичка давай. 60, мало, нормально. На топорах, сейчас еще 5-й уровень возьмем на тот топорах. А хотя, по-моему, нельзя 5-й уровень будет взять. Основу на выучить. Так, можно спросить. Так, это все ерунда. Спасибо. Так, мне нужен ключ. Так, чему он еще может? Искусственные удары. Парировать мечом. Парировать топором. Булавой. Вязкий удар. А, это с ним? Блять, ну не надо, не хочу я.
It's no use just flailing at him and hoping you get lucky. You need technique. Using skilled moves is no easy matter. There's no miraculous strikes you can learn that will ensure you win every duel. You've got to work those techniques into your combat. Force your opponent into a position you want him in, and then attack unexpectedly. See? I strike from overhead, then slash from the side, and back swing low down. So you expect me to
Погоди ты.
the side. Once more. Defend. Now, you try it. Strike from above, then from the right, then
Сверху,
slash.
справа
Strikes
и
have to
следом
follow
снизу.
one after the other. As soon as one lands, you start the next. You have to keep exactly to the sequence, otherwise it won't come off. Slash from above. Slash from the
Сверху,
right. Slash from
справа
below.
и снизу. Сверху, справа и снизу.
Try it once more.
О! Сверху, справа и снизу.
That's it.
Нормально.
Try it once more.
Всё. Сверху. Погоди, погоди. Сверху, справа, снизу.
You can learn lots of similar techniques with every weapon.
Здорово, Дмитрий, здорово. Все, я научился. Сверху, справа, снизу. Нормально. Я буду махаться. У меня ничего нового нету. Так, вроде ничего нового нету. А, мне меч у тебя надо забрать. Ключ, дай мне ключ.
I need the key to Yazek's cell.
So Sir Radzig let him have his way in the end. He should have let me beat some answers out of him.
If I were you, I wouldn't question Sir Radzig's orders.
Бля,
Just try not to mess it up.
хуйню какую-то я ответил, короче.
May the Lord watch over you.
Так, ключ мы взяли, пойдем. Допрашивать ежика нам надо этого. Блин, а в управлении, интересно, есть эта фигня? Где она? Каску вот эту поднять вверх, когда разговариваешь, чтобы она это... Выключить отслеживание взгляда, снимок экрана. Что за отслеживание взгляда? Так, а где он? Опять снизу где-то? Допроси, а где он, блин?
Well, finally, I've had quite a wait.
Why do you want to talk to me, of all people?
Radzig will keep me alive only as long as it takes to get everything I know out of me. You, on the other hand, gave me certain assurances. So I want to be sure that the secrets my life depends on end up in good hands.
So come on, out with it. Tell me everything you know and then we'll see.
Very well, ask me anything you want. I won't be obstructive.
What I want to know most of all is who's behind it. Who are you making those forgeries for?
Do you think I couldn't have handled it all myself?
I'm not trying to insult you. It's just not a job one man could do alone.
All right, the way it began was I was short of coin, as usual. So I let those crimps in Sasau recruit me.
Recruit you into what?
I didn't inquire too much. In this business, you don't ask too many questions. But when they found out I wasn't just anybody, they put me in charge of the counterfeiting. A foreigner by the name of Eric gave me instructions. But for sure, he isn't the chief. And there's someone highly placed at the monastery who's mixed up in it too. But I don't know who.
How did you come to hear of all this business?
I met some old friends in Colleen a few months ago, and they said they were heading for Sasau, that armed men were being recruited, and they'll hire anyone.
Old friends? Who were they?
Just a couple of brigands. We used to ambush the Margrave's messengers in Moravia together.
Nice friends you keep.
I was in dispute with the Margrave. A man in my position finds himself mixed up with all sorts.
And then what?
Rapota and I had been living off stale crusts for a month, so I wasn't going to turn down the chance of work, honest or otherwise. We rode to Sasau and met with the recruiters. It didn't take long to realize I was a nobleman fallen on hard times, not some common peasant.
Can you get to the point?
Well, they introduced me to this Eric, and he told me what was needed. They set up the workshop, got the men, the supplies, everything.
This Eric, you reckon he's not the one in charge?
He puts on airs, but he's just a naive young pup. And he's always going on about his lord, though he never mentioned him by name.
Where can I find this Eric? You must have had some meeting place.
He used to come to the workshop unannounced. And after what's happened, I doubt he'll be showing his face there again.
Crimps? You're telling me this Eric is recruiting armed men in Sasau?
Well, it seems so. I was giving the recruiters some of the coins to do it. The fake ones, of course.
Where can I find the recruiting gang?
That's tricky. It was my friends who led me to them. We met with them in the woods next to Sasau. It's about who you know, as always.
You said you gave them money. Where was that?
They'd ride to the mine gallery to see me. I don't suppose you'd find them there now.
If you say so.
This highly placed person at the monastery, what can you tell me about him?
I've no idea who he is, only that he's no small fry. After all, he handles the exchange of the forgeries in Passau.
I see. Is there anything else at all you can tell me about him?
No, he was supposed to supply me with materials too, but he backed out. Eric said he probably got cold feet.
Понятно, короче. В монастыре кто-то там еще.
Will you put in a word for me with Sir Radzig?
Баш,
I'll
ведь
swear allegiance
забывает
to him if he'll have me.
поддельные
Sick of
монеты.
being a renegade.
I have to think about it. I don't want to annoy Sir Radzig.
А чё он меня попросил? Я чуть не понял. А, поговорить с ним, да, там типа. О. Дай пройти. С этим кобылой надо поговорить. Имя у него, конечно, пиздец. Кобыла, блин, или это прозвище. И он там сверху где-то.
So what have you learned?
All sorts of things. There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
The monastery? Really?
That's what Jezek claimed.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost caution.
Why? Can't we just go to the monastery to investigate?
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
So what will you do?
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanush. And what of this Eric? Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn! So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Jezek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. Sir Jezek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing here and nobody knows anything. Go to Sasau and try to find them.
I'm not sure where to start, sir.
Then ask around the alehouses and inns, or at the Rathaus. Someone must have heard something. These things can't be entirely... Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one else who could help as much as you can now.
Sir, there's one more thing.
Блядь, опять
Sir
репутация
Jezek went
потеряна.
with me without resistance, because I promised him he could come to an agreement with you.
My boy, my boy. You make promises in my name? That could turn out very badly for both of us. But, if it can prevent bloodshed, why the hell not? We may well come to some arrangement after all, but I can't say yet what will become of him. You'd better run along.
As you command, sir.
Так, опять в Сазаву идти. Что в этой Сазаве, блин, до хрена зданий как-то, блин. Так, мне надо было еще... Соловьев найти каких-то. А, вот точно, работу для этих найти. Найди работу для Фрицка. Этим друзьям помочь. Работай. Лишний экспа нам пригодится опыт. Чё? Как кожевник выйти? Кулачный. Да я пытаюсь эти все с мечом, блядь, обучиться нормально воевать. Кулачные-то они тут легко, в принципе, выигрываются. Так, мне нужен, по-моему, какой-то старик. Мельник, старик. Вот он, мельник.
I hope I can be of help to you, knight.
Teresa, the millmaid, sent me. She said you could use some help.
Some extra pairs of hands would be useful. What do you have in mind?
My friends, 2 survivors of Skalitz, are looking for work.
And why should I take them?
They're experienced carpenters.
Why not? Carpenters would be helpful. There's a lot of work here at the mill, and I'm not as spry as I used to be. Thomas, my foreman, tries his best, but he ain't up to that kind of work. But they aren't idlers and drunks, are they? I only take in people who are willing to do hard, honest work.
Лентяй и пьяница. Ну, блять, они как бы это, лентяи.
I'm from Skalitz, and I know them both personally. They worked in the royal mines, and their master couldn't praise them highly enough.
In the Skalitz mines? That's skillful work. I'll be glad to talk to them. Tell them I'll give them a chance. We'll talk about pay and a roof over their heads when they get here. May the Lord watch over you.
То мне все равно в Сазаву идти, а эти в Сазаве. Сейчас им как раз передам. А где они, кстати, блин? По-моему, где-то здесь они тусили. На карте нет этого, что ли? Скажи, кому? Скажи, где? Точка на карте. Красная должна быть. Ладно, найдем их сейчас там где-нибудь. Не, они не в Ротае были, они в Сазаве где-то были. Там, где этот, блин, Ульрих был. Возле корчмы какой-то там тусили они.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Вот здесь они возле ворот были. Вон они оба стоят. О, на карте Б появилась. Нифига себе. Этого не было. Красный.
My humble greeting. How may I serve you?
The miller and Ledechko would be happy to meet you.
You really found work for us?
Of course. I couldn't bear to look at those sour faces of yours a moment longer.
Thanks, Henry. Only
What?
the reward we talked about, well, we haven't got 2 groschen to rub together.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. You'll pay me when you have it.
That we will. Stop by and visit us in a week. We'll pay you back as soon as we get our first wage.
I'd like you to teach.
Certainly.
I'm interested in more of.
Wouldn't you rather learn the basics?
Ясно, я понял.
I'll think.
God be with you.
Так, этим нашли работу. Что здесь у нас дальше? Хозяина корчмы спросить о вербовщиках.
Good day to you.
I'm looking for some people you might know something about.
If they come here to drink, maybe. But I won't aid you in any mischief.
I've heard some rough men come here looking to recruit. Have they ever stopped in to eat or drink, or to arrange something?
Were some brawlers that used to fight behind the tavern, but they raised such a commotion. I went and complained, and the town watch drove them off somewhere.
I wasn't thinking about that lot. I'm looking for recruiters that hire mercenaries and other cutthroats.
Don't know about that. Every once in a while, a merchant will hire some help or an escort, but nothing more. Nobody comes here regular. I'd notice if they did.
Do you happen to know where the brawlers you complained about moved on to?
I've not got the slightest inkling.
You haven't heard talk of any scoundrels in town?
Well, I have heard some things, but I can't say if they're true or not. There's some that talk just to hear the sound of their own voices.
And who's the most frequent topic of that kind of gossip?
Miller Simon. They say he's rich with coin, and it's not from the mill. But that's nonsense. Folk just don't know how much a mill can earn.
Anyone else?
Aye, there's talk of the knacker giving people the evil eye, or them that's not in bailiff's good graces. But I don't suppose that's what you want to know.
Thank you, innkeeper.
Not at all. Would you like something to eat or drink? Take care now.
Так, заданий много появилось там. Ого. Мельника спросить. Здесь сначала пройдемся. Чё они тут встали, стоят, ждут? Чё? От дождя прячутся, что ли?
Good day to you.
Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
And what's your idea of suspicious?
Have you heard of anyone looking to hire some rough men?
Mercenaries, you mean?
Yes.
There were some fellows conspiring here in the corner twice a week, and others coming and going. They didn't look entirely respectable, but they never made any trouble.
Where do you think they might be meeting now?
How should I know? I'm an honest innkeeper, not a man at arms. They could be meeting at...
And what happened to them?
I don't know, they just stopped coming. And I haven't seen hide nor hair of them since.
You haven't heard anything about where they went?
How could I have? They just stopped coming.
Is there any way I'll recognize them?
Unquenchable thirst? They drank like fish. They were rough looking too. Big bearded and scruffy.
That's not much help. What did they do while they were waiting for something?
They drank. And they played dice. I do remember their...
So they were fond of dice, were they? And where would you find a game around here?
Anywhere there's dice and usually drink. That's all you need for a game. Although it dawns on me now, I never saw Simon with those men, oddly enough. He's got a nose for drunken dice players with a coin to lose.
Simon who?
Why, the young miller. He runs Capsic Mill. Neighbours are always slandering him for trafficking, but who knows? Maybe he just has a knack for...
You don't know where I might find some more dishonourable folk?
And why would you want them? You'll set tongues wagging about you.
But they'd be the ones to know what reputable townsfolk don't.
I grant you that. Well, we don't have an executioner, just a knacker. But he's an odd fellow. Like any knacker, I suppose. And there's some strange tales about Miller Simon, too. But I'd say it's just...
What can you tell me about the knacker?
Decent folk don't talk about him. He deals in carcasses.
I was hoping you'd tell me a bit more than that.
Why should I care about him? He lives in a house by the church, and that's all I know. And all I'll say.
What can you tell me about Simon?
There's not much to tell. He runs Katzig Mill, and some say thieves meet there at night. But isn't there gossip about every miller?
Anything else?
You might not find him at the mill. He's a busy man, always out and about making some deal or other. And he likes to throw dice.
Так, понятненько.
Thank you for the help. Oh, why off so soon?
Are there any problems around?
Definitely not.
Так.
God be with you.
У нас что? Кто находится? Рихтер, живодер. Что говоришь, живодера, да, знаю точно. Драченый.
God be with you.
I've got a few questions for you, Bailiff, if you don't mind. Have you been having some trouble around here?
And what business is it of yours? Did someone
No one complained, though I'd be interested to know why you think they might. It was...
Begging your pardon, but what the devil does Sir Radzig care about it? And I keep hearing the same from Sir Sebastian, and he's got no dog in this fight.
You have an inn, and the horse trails cross here. There must be many travellers come seeking work, and not all of them honest men.
Aye, it's true. Bedlam has broken out once or twice, and restoring order was no easy.
Has there been anything like that lately?
No. It's been quiet here lately. Now that I think about it, I don't recall coming across anyone here like that.
Nobody looking for soldiering work, maybe as a merchant's guard?
There's always one or two like that. But if they don't get the job...
Sir Sebastian?
Sebastian Baron von Berg. He's here under monastery law to protect us against all this unrest.
Why should he care about the city? That's not his jurisdiction, is it?
Quite true. I'm in charge of this city, but he keeps telling me I've got cutthroats hiding around here. And
I heard some recruiters are meeting in Sasau. Seemed likely they get up to mischief and people might complain.
Do you think that people here complain and I don't do my job? Nothing of the sort. Old Lederman's the only one that comes complaining.
And what does this Lederman complain about?
Lederman is our local tanner. Lives by the quarry, which is where...
They go there to fight and that doesn't bother you?
Why would it bother me? Much better to brawl there than in the tavern. At least in the quarry they can't damage anything but each other. And my catchpole's got...
Have you heard any...
Кожевник. Так.
Sure, there's been some talk about the miller. Folks saying they've been seeing...
I'll try asking him if he's heard.
He lives on the other side of the river, by the bog.
Про того же Мельников. Мельник.
What? What's going on out there?
Good day to you.
Who is it?
Are you the local knacker?
I'm the local grave digger. But if there aren't any burials to take care of, I'll turn me hand to knackering.
Well, then you might know a lot of things that others don't.
I'm a decent man. Not always honest, but decent.
Anything fishy going on in these parts?
There certainly is. Candles are being stolen from the church, as brazen as...
Ah, but have you heard of anyone around here hiring adventurers and bandits?
How would I know that? Most people avoid talking to me.
And what's been happening in Sasau lately?
Nothing interesting. Except maybe that...
Блять, опять дождь пошел.
What? Who was she, a villager? I wouldn't call that nothing interesting.
No. I mean a dog bitch. It was a while back, but they called...
What happened?
The dog looked like she'd been hacked to bits. They were scared it was some demon. But as far as I could see, someone took a sword or an axe.
Why on earth would anyone do that?
What do I know? Maybe he was snooping around where he shouldn't, and the bitch went for him. I hear there was some dog-bitten fellow being cared for at the monastery. Only they kept him there on account of a broken leg. Maybe that's the same.
Thank you. I'll be going now.
Very well. Feel free to stop by any time. People shy away from me, except when there's a... God be with you.
Понятненько. Кожевник. Пойдем сходим. Говоришь, там кулачные бои херачат, да? Ай-яй-яй, долбаная лошадь. Блин. Коровки, коровки. Прикол.
God be with you.
Tanner, I've heard all's not well with you.
It's better now. I must have eaten something bad.
No, I mean you've complained about some ruffians raising hell behind your house.
Aye, true enough. That lot's been a thorn in my side. And when...
And nobody does a thing about it?
I've been to the bailiff, but he couldn't give a rat's arse.
That's quite a bailiff you've...
A scarecrow would keep better order.
When are they there?
Nearly every godforsaken evening.
How many of them are there?
How would I know? They make...
And did they all attack you?
Aye.
If you want, I'll take care of them.
Well, you look like you could move mountains, but there are several of them and just one of you. Maybe. They might think...
Perhaps I can reason with them. It doesn't have to come to blows.
Well, break a leg, lad. Or better yet, don't. But farewell.
Так, разберемся сейчас с ними. Где они там? За домом кожевника. Он про вечер говорил, да? Врет, думаешь? Сам поди устраивает боите. Хера он тут арена.
I didn't sit on anyone. How many fucking times do I have to tell you? You landed on his face with your ass so hard the ground shook.
Good health to you, sir.
Why did you thrash the tanner?
Because he came by one day, lost his money, and then started on about how we cheated him and ought to give him back his coin. He was a right pest.
He told me that you jumped him when he asked you to stop making a racket behind his house.
Well, that's sort of true. But he didn't start complaining until he lost...
I heard someone was looking for men willing to do anything.
Maybe. I work in the quarry, and they're always looking for extra hands to replace them.
That's not what I meant, but thanks.
Take care now.
Jesus Christ.
I've heard that someone's looking for men willing to do anything.
If I knew you better, I might tell you.
What went on with the tanner?
When things got lively, I wasn't here. The others were. Farewell. Good day to you.
I heard that some...
Willing to do anything? Meaning what? Something filthy like helping the knacker? I wouldn't know. Go and ask someone else.
That's not what I meant, but all right. What happened with the tanner?
Nothing out of the ordinary. He came to test his mettle like everyone, but he couldn't even get past young Weed. Then he started whining about getting his money back because we tricked him, so we threw him out. He came back a few times after that complaining about all the shouting, ordered us to bugger off elsewhere.
But you didn't?
No. And when he got really annoying, he got a punch in the mouth, and he hasn't been back since. Doesn't dare to. But it didn't shut that big mouth of his. Good luck to you.
I'm looking for work, and I've heard someone around here wants fearless men. Do you know anything about it?
I've heard they might be looking for a new knacker. So if you're not afraid of carcasses and the occasional pile of shite...
Thanks, but no thanks. Word has it someone's hiring mercenaries and other fighters.
Ah, well, you've heard more than I.
What are you doing here?
Nothing special. Just a little evening wrestling. It's good for your back and digestion. And your purse too, if you know your business.
The tanner sent me. He says you've been causing a commotion at night, and I thought I might convince you to stop.
Ha! So all his whining finally found a friendly ear, did it? Let me tell you something first, Wilt. I'm the bailiff's man, and we're not doing anything wrong here. Old Lederman's only been whining like that.
He told me different.
Ha! Of course he did. Otherwise no one would help him. Go ahead and ask the lads. They'll tell you this.
I'll take you at your word. But what should I do now?
The way I see it, you've got two choices. Screw that old liar and leave him be, or get down to business.
Or there's a third possibility.
What would that be?
We put one over on that pinch penny. I'll tell him I've taken care of everything, and you and your friends don't show up here for a few days. I'll get a reward, and we can split it. And then you can come back later. Practically free money.
I like the sound of that tune. The devil take the tanner. We'll hole up somewhere else for a few days. And you come and see us once you've got the coin. All right?
If I wanted to join in, what would I have to do?
It's pretty simple. First you have to beat Weed. He's that not too dangerous looking fella there. But some nights...
So the last match is with you?
That's right. They say a bout with me is no joke. Just bad humour.
I want to fight you.
What did I tell you? First beat Weed and those three clowns. And then I'll have time for you. Got it?
I want to get back.
Certainly.
I'd like to
О, у меня еще новичка нету, что ли? Да ладно.
Isn't that quite...
Обучимся сразу.
Satisfied?
More. Agreed. Now listen. Farewell.
Ты стал сильнее, давай еще
I
обучимся.
want to get back.
Certainly.
5-й уровень можно?
I'm interested in more.
All right.
Ой, 5-й сразу можно.
Isn't that...
Это хорошо, я же руками махал, нормально.
We agreed?
You're a right.
Ну ты же мод, блядь.
Agreed. Now listen up. Farewell.
Денег нету нынче. А вон, говорит, сорняка отпинать.
My respects.
I heard that some... No.
Чего не знаю.
Let's do it.
Кожевника наебем сейчас, они на пару дней свалят отсюда, я бабки получу. Типа разделить с ними. Делить с ними не буду, ну его нахуй. Ха-ха-ха-ха. Ёпта. Ты чё, дурак? Вот ты деловой. Легче. Эй, я не вор, слышь. Ну чё я его отпинал, что дальше делать?
I want to fight.
What did I tell you? First beat wheat, and those three...
А, этих тоже отлупить надо. Так один съебался куда-то.
Let's fight.
That wasn't bad. God be with you.
Ну, тебе, блядь, прямой наводочкой. Оба, и двоечку сейчас. Бля, ты чё, обалдел, что ли? А это нормально, то, что я в доспехах херачу?
You're done for, fucker.
Ну, блядь, а что стражник тут делает? А, я тот дебил стражника позвал. Нас тут драка, не мешай мне. Этот какой-то, блядь, прыткий сильно. Как я промазал? За двоечкой надо лобить. Давай, бей, я уклониться хочу. Устал, блядь. На. Даже рубаха в крови, чувак. Не, прямой наводочкой. А нафиг ты хватает? Да блять. Ладно, так тоже пойдет. Вот этот придурок, по-моему, звал этого. Стражника позвал. Ты чё стражника позвал, козел? На. Опа, танцуем. Может, проще так его забить ногами, нахуй. С пенем я не дрался еще. Все, я всех отпинал вроде.
I want to fight.
You put on quite a show.
Farewell.
Ow. Ow.
God damn!
Блять, ходят тут всякие нахуй. Блять, я бубен. Не, блять. Не, блять. Больно, сука. На, тебе колено, блять. На. Лошара. Ёбаный. Хуя ты. Не зли меня, блядь. О, нифига мне грошей дали. Всё, я отпинал всех.
What are you doing here?
А где он? Спит, что ли, блин?
Hey.
Где надо? Что думаешь, с этим поговорить? Где он?
That was pretty good. I didn't think you had it in you.
You were really good. I've got to hand it to you. Most lads don't make it past me.
What's that?
There are people here looking for really tough men, and I'd say you fit the bill. So when you walk through town this evening, if there's a light in the church, go in and wait a while. If they like...
Thanks.
May the Lord watch over you.
Ой, я узнал, где вербовщики встречаются. Проснись, блядь.
What do you think you're doing? Get the hell out of here.
Я уйду.
Come on. For God's sake, there! Over there! Do something! Oh my God!
What?
Over
What
there!
are you up to here?
Do something! Oh my God! Over there! Do something!
God be with you.
Ой, боже, блядь, какие там я уже...
I've taken care of the lads who were bothering you. You'll have a quiet evening tonight.
God bless you, lad. And here's something for your trouble and kindness. Unlike that miserable bailiff.
If anything else grieves you, just say the word.
Ну, еще гроши. Ха. В смысле, поделиться с этим? Не хочу я с ним делиться, блядь. Не обязательно. Ну, не обязательно, нахер. Вы мне обосрались. Пошли в жопу. Что это было? Свет там горит вроде, бля. Костыли в этом.
Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in
Amen.
heaven. What?
So, you've been looking for us, eh? What is it you want?
I hear you're hiring men who don't mind getting their hands dirty.
Is that so? And where did you hear that?
Taverns and the like? People talk?
Well, that's a pretty tale. But no one in any tavern told you to come here and wait, did they? So let's have it. Who told you?
The bailiff's man told me about you. The one who runs the fight club in the quarry.
Did he now? Well, I hope you trounced him. Bastard took my money at dice.
If you want, I can give him a proper hiding, just to show you I'm serious.
Spare me the boasting. I've got a test ready for you. Let's see how you handle it before you tell us how wonderful you are.
What test?
Nothing complicated. We used to take anyone who looked like they could keep their head on straight. But not now. Now you can only join if you do.
Which is what? Steal something?
Nah, not theft. If you want to join us, you have to kill Pius.
Who's Pius? And why should I kill him?
That's none of your business. But I'll tell you anyway, because it's an instructive tale. Pius was one of...
How? Did he steal something?
Yeah, that was part of it. Stole some money, ran away. A few boys died over it. Showed a distinct lack of loyalty. And as soon as he's dead, you can join us.
I'll have to find him first.
You don't need to find him.
Then why haven't you killed him yourselves?
It's quite a test. He's hiding in a monastery.
With the stable boys? It's not hard to get into the grounds.
No, not there. I would have been dead long since.
But only monks can get in there.
Just monks and Pius. He's an educated bastard. Seems he used to be a priest.
And how am I supposed to get into the cloister?
You'll think of something. Maybe there's a secret passage. I've heard there's some cave underneath.
And do you have any other ideas besides secret passages?
Well, there is this one fellow been hanging around the taverns. Supposed to join the monastery soon. Might be he could help you some. And if he doesn't help, knock him on his ass and take anything he's got that you could use to pass yourself off as him. A letter of admittance.
Понятно.
And do you have any other tests?
We're not hiring stable boys. We want...
So how many men have you already sent?
Just a handful.
And what happened to them?
Just the first one.
Понятно, так.
How will I recognize him?
He won't have been there long.
But what if there are others? What does he look like?
Normal. He always went about well...
Yes, except he'll be given a robe and they'll take his knife.
Then you'll have to try and figure out which one of the novices it is. And get him to betray himself. Try getting him drunk.
Get him drunk? In a mon...
We're better. There's more wine there.
Murder someone in a mon...
Murder's a sin.
Yes, it does. I'd be spilling blood on...
Well then, knock him senseless, drag him outside, and finish him...
Так, я сделаю это.
So I've got to kill Pius. He's in the cloister, and to get into the cloister, I'll need to enlist the help of some boy who's joining the...
More or less. And now the main thing.
The main thing is to kill him, isn't it?
Of course. But that's not all. All hell's gonna break loose in the monastery after the murder. So, either make sure nobody finds him, or hightail it out of there.
What else? Should I come back here afterwards?
No. Before you run for it, take his special dice. and bring it as proof that you killed him. And if you can get him to tell you where he hid the coin, bring that as well. From the monastery, head east across the river. There'll be a swamp where you'll find a fire pit. Go there at night and light a fire. Make it nice and big and we'll show up. Take the...
Right, I'm to slip into the best guarded place in the entire region and kill...
Yeah.
Well, you can at least say a few Hail Marys for me.
And remember, good luck then.
Святошу какого-то завалить. Я думаю, я с ним договорюсь, со святошей. Хотя можно было его им навалять прямо здесь. За ключами подкину.
Hey, what the hell do you think you're doing? If you don't clear off quick, it'll be the worse for you. Hey, you! Halt! Surrender. You'll have to answer. I yield.
Ну надо вам, блядь, от меня.
And now, you... What? Don't pretend... This definitely...
Чё ему надо, блядь?
You're making this...
My heart.
Ладно, на, блядь, иди нахуй. Заебал. Так, надо с пикером каким-то поговорить. Расскажи радском условии разбойников. Юноша, который собирается в монастырь. Давай поговорим. Могила какая, давай выкопаем. Нет тут ничего. Так, ну к этому я не пойду, наверное, рассказывать, что они мне сказали. Они еще доебутся до меня. Они же следят за мной.
Yeah.
Hey, you.
Yeah.
Блин, а с кем мне? Как его вы...
My respects to you.
You wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No. God be with you.
Мне Карла надо найти. Как он выглядит?
God be with you.
Ale for me.
You wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No. May the Lord watch over you.
Good health to you.
You wouldn't be Carl?
No. May the Lord watch over you.
Good day to you.
You wouldn't be Carl?
No. God be with you.
Ага, так они мне и скажут. Да, да, я Карл.
Good day to you.
You wouldn't be...
God be with you.
И жопу свою тоже берегут, блять.
God be with you.
You wouldn't be...
No. May the Lord watch over you. Jesus Christ be...
Well, Master Painter, are you still...
Yes, unfortunately. And my offer still stands. Don't you...
I'm sorry, but I don't have... You wouldn't be Carl?
No. Farewell.
Are there any
Definitely not.
Have you got...
I suppose. For how long? You'll like it here.
Давай.
God be with you.
Но это не моя кровать, но пофиг. Блять.
You can't
God be with
sleep
you.
here. Be gone. Right now.
Do you want something?
I do. And you look like the kind of fellow who knows a thing.
Sleeping in someone else's bed. Get the
What's
hell
it
out
about?
or I'll call a guard.
I'm looking for someone who knows how to dip her pockets.
Sakura, you've no business here. Never mind making yourself
it's lucky
comfortable
for
in
you that I
someone's
have-
bed.
There's a
Get
farmer
lost
who lives in the
before I call the
craftsman's
guards.
yard. He made a killing supplying vegetables
What
to
are
the
you
monastery.
doing sleeping
I'd
here?
like you to steal the
That's
groschen
not
he
so
owes
bad.
me.
Get out.
And also,
sounds easy
By
enough.
all the saints,
it
where
ain't
do you
quite
think
that
you
easy.
are?
Otherwise, I'd handle it
Go and
myself.
sleep somewhere else.
May the Lord watch over you.
Sakura, you've no business here. Never mind making yourself comfortable in someone's bed.
Давай спать, ложись. Там так он народ воняет, что, блядь. Спать мне не дают. Может спит? Да хрен его знает. Сейчас видно будет. Спит он, не спит.
What? Are you volunteering to get...
That's right. Let's go.
Missed?
Сука. Ебал набить. О, нахуй.
Fuck!
Good health to you.
You wouldn't be Carl.
No.
Take care now.
А где народ-то есть? Не пекарь нужен, блядь.
You would no. God be with you.
Пекарь, пекарь. Может, служанка знает, кто такой Карл? Чё он не знает? Так, а пекарь, где он здесь находится-то вообще? Конюшня какая-то.
Calm down.
В смысле, я тебе рожу набил уже, блядь. Как он выглядит-то вообще, Карл этот? Монахи ждут нового послушника. Послушникам прикинуться, типа. Блин, может еще подождать. Часик.
Jesus Christ be praised.
О, это он, наверное.
You wouldn't be Carl by any chance?
No. Farewell.
В смысле, блядь, ты говоришь слава Иисусу там какому-то.
Calm down.
Блядь, я тебе уже рыл набил.
God be with you.
Are there any
You would
No. Farewell.
Да, блядь, заебали.
You wouldn't be Carl.
No. Farewell.
Good day to you.
What? You wouldn't be Carl.
No.
good luck to you?
Good day to you.
You wouldn't.
Good luck to you.
Да, бля, где он находится? Я уже устал искать его.
Hail for me. My respects to you, sir.
You wouldn't be.
No.
Take care now.
Почему я не могу у них спросить, где Карл? Не ты, Карл, а где он, типа? Ёб твою мать, он спит. Харе спать, а? Сколько спать-то можно? Уж, блядь, обед почти, он спит. Нормально. О! Теперь, блядь, найди его. А, вот он. Не, это художник по фрескам. Да ты иди нахрен.
Good day to you.
Are you Carl by any chance?
I am. Why do you ask?
Не помыться бы еще
You're
где-нибудь.
bound for the monastery.
Yes, it's true. But I've convinced my faithful guardian, Manfred, to give me a few more days of freedom. Mind you, he won't let me visit the brothel. So instead, I'm devoting those...
My name is Henry.
Pleased to meet you, Henry.
Let's have a drink.
A man after my own heart. The drink's on me. And no, he will not. My dear, dear lad. What a cross I have to bear. Take care now.
Jesus Christ be...
You're Manfred, the young...
Indeed I...
You must have a mighty thirst. Waiting here with...
There's no doubt I'd enjoy a drink.
So let's drink together. And if you...
I can see you're a reliable lad. So what shall we have to drink? May the Lord watch over you.
Ой, да нахуй тебя.
I can't wait to see how you throw.
Блять, надо было счастливую костью взять. Хрена 3000 надо.
That's it. Oh no! It'd be faster if you closed your eyes and threw.
Бля, чё я не бросил-то?
We'll see.
Here we are.
Should I? Shouldn't I? No, I daren't.
The service is a bit slow here today.
That's it. Good game. You deserve it.
Я выиграл.
I've...
What are you gawking at? You want a punch in the face?
Иди бухай.
Is there anybody I want a punch in the face?
Manfred's taken care of.
Thank God. He won't let me out of his sight for a second, and he's itching to get me in the monastery, so...
Why are you being sent to the monastery?
Like every lusty young lad, I'm fond of fair maidens, but I got too fond of one, and let's just...
But they don't send you to the monastery for that.
They do, when it's the daughter of the Lord of your feet.
Shit.
Shit is putting it mildly. The Lord of Bukovo was less than pleased. He knows he'll never marry off his daughter now, so he gave father a choice. Either pay him 1,000 groschen in compensation, along with my balls on a silver platter, or pay 1,000 groschen and put me away somewhere no one will ever see me again.
Здорово, Лев. Так.
Why does your guardian never leave your side?
So I don't run away, of course.
Well, he's not watching you now.
What good is that to me when he has all the money? And even my saddle.
What if I entered the monastery instead of you?
What? Voluntarily? You don't look like someone who'd want to spend the rest of his days on his knees praying. Well, that's your problem. You could only enter the monastery if you know how to read and write, and if you have a special writ from the abbot. That's a letter confirming they know who you are and that they've accepted you.
So you give me your writ? I'll just tell them I'm you.
Manfred has the writ. You'd have to take it from him, but he only puts it down when he sleeps.
So I'll steal it and then you can disappear.
Disappear? Bare-arsed. What the hell would I do? I don't know how to work, I have no money, and that old bastard's even taken my cloak. He has me in the palm of...
But there are poor people everywhere and they get by somehow.
If I have to choose between hunger and poverty on one hand and the monastic life on the other, I'm afraid the monastery wins. If I could only steal that old man's pouch, I'd be gone faster than...
That's all then.
Good luck to you.
У сопровождающего надо стырить, короче, там что-то, блядь. Где он? А, он сверху спит, походу. Он же нажрался, напился. Спать пошел.
Hey, who's there?
Так, кошелек сперли, еще там что-то надо спереть. Блять, письмо. Отправляйся с письмом к монастырскому привратнику. Так, а этому кошелек-то будем отдавать, нет? Он съебался.
I've got what you need.
Excellent. Give me the purse. You can do as you like.
Here you are.
Good luck, no matter what you plan on doing with those monks. Best be on your way now before Manfred finds out that he's been robbed.
And what are you gonna do?
Get my things together and disappear. I want to be as far away as... Farewell.
Certainly, I'll fetch it right away.
Сам жрет, сидит, говорит, свалить надо мне побыстрее. Так. Блять. Что с этой лошадью не так?
I'm Carl. I'm supposed to enter as a novice.
We expected you sooner. Weren't you supposed to come here with your guardian? It's been so hectic lately, people will keep turning up out of the blue.
He gave me the papers and left me at the gate. You must be used to that, though. I'm not the first novice here, am I?
But that wasn't very considerate of him, was it? It's been so hectic here lately, novices arriving one after the other. The last one didn't even have a letter, and you'd think his backside was on fire, the way he kept looking over his shoulder.
You took him without the letter? You didn't find that suspicious?
My guess is he wanted to hide from someone. But he's a priest and knows how things work in the monastery, so there was nothing to prevent him from being accepted, at least temporarily. You're a different case, though. Are you able to read?
Naturally. I wouldn't be here otherwise.
So then, are you ready to enter the Order of Saint Benedict and renounce forever the temptations of this world?
I am.
Then you must rid yourself of all your worldly possessions. Sell them or give them to the poor and needy or donate them to the monastery. You may not enter this place burdened by worldly goods. Inside the gatehouse is a trunk in which you will find monk's robes. Put away all your possessions and dress yourself in the habit. Then you may rest a while I go and see the prior to arrange matters for your ex. Good luck to you.
Нахуя себе вещи свои сложить, блядь. Так.
Strange feeling being without all of that. I didn't realise how much I'd grown used to it.
Everything's prepared. It's time for you to take your vows.
Do I really have to wear this?
You'd better get used to it. You'll be wearing it for the rest of your life.
Хера тут монахов.
Brothers in Christ, we have gathered here today to welcome a new novice into our midst. Dear brother, forget your former life and embrace your new vocation in the community of the monks of St. Benedict. Opus Dei, obedientia, obprobria, the service of God, obedience, and endurance of all discomfort. These are the cornerstones and succor of our order, which on this day shall become your own. Suscipe me, Domine, secundum eloquium tuum, et vivam. Et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Suscipe me, Domine, secundum in loquium tuum vivam, et non confundas me ab expectatione mea.
Accept your new name, Brother Gregor.
Брат Григорий, блять. Гриша.
Welcome, brother.
Здорово, братан. Добро пожаловать, брат. Брат, здорово. Послушники. Пилок поставлен. В смысле, блять. На день мошенничества.
Welcome, brother.
I am Antonius, a novice like you. I've been instructed to guide you around the monastery and tell you what you can expect and what your duties will be.
Thanks for helping me out during the ceremony. I had no idea what I was supposed to do.
You don't know Latin, do you? Don't worry. Work in the scriptorium will teach you fast enough. Why exactly are you here? Was it your choice? Or did someone force you to come?
It was my choice. For a common lad like me, it's the easiest way to get an education and do something worthwhile with my life.
It looks like we're both here for the same reason. I think we'll get along.
Would you tell me something about yourself?
I'm a novice and I'm here because I'd make a poor merchant. I like books and I want an education. Although I must say, so far the monastic life's been quite
Let's go then.
Good. But before we do, here's a letter directly from the prior telling you all your regular duties from tomorrow onwards. Make sure to read it this evening so you know how things work. Right, we can go now. Follow me closely. I'll explain everything as we go. Remember one word. Discipline.
Давай, показывай мне монастырь.
You serve the Lord now, not your own bodily needs. Peace be with you, brother. This is the way to the dormitory, where we all sleep. You'll find a free bed there, which is now yours. Do you know the first thing the monastery taught me? To appreciate sleep. We rise before dawn every day. Takes a bit of getting used to.
These novices, I'd pull those idols.
Что, заблудился, что ли?
They're shirking their responsibilities, leaving us, their superiors, to chase around after them, finishing what they don't.
This is the garden. Did you have to finish someone's weeding? Silent contemplation and meditation.
Again.
Centuries ago, this monastery was founded by the most esteemed of brothers, Saint Procopius. His earthly remains can be found in a cave under the monastery, and his spirit wanders the corridors at night, punishing any misbehaving novices. So beware. Here are the frattery and scriptorium, together with the library. These are the places where we work. Ora.
В библиотеках. Так, выясни, кто из послушников святошка. Святошка, так, список повседневных дел. 3 утра, начало дня. 4 утра заутрение. 6 утра совместная трапеза. 8 утра работа в трапезной, назначенная братом Евансом. 12 дня работы в библиотеке, назначенная братом. 4 дня дневная молитва. 6 вечера вечерняя общая трапеза. Ну, хавают, короче. 7 по вечернее свободное время перед сном. 9 отдых и отход ко сну. Славится Иисус Христос, ну и хрен с ним. Я буду тут как ниндзя. Куда мы пойдем? Трапезная.
During meals, you must be silent. Only one brother reads aloud from the rule of Saint Benedict.
О, они хавают тут, слушай. Я тоже жрать хочу.
With the exception of those from God himself. If you break any of its precepts. The library, the pride of our monastery.
О, библиотека.
We don't just read books here, we also copy them. You too will learn how. And that's all. Today you are still free from duty, but tomorrow you begin work like the others. If you need anything, ask any of the brothers. We'll be glad to help you. And I recommend you get to know the other novices. You already know me. Then there is Siskin, Yodok, and Lucas.
Thanks for showing me around.
There's a lot to learn here. I'd like to ask you something about the monitor. Who's in charge?
Truthfully, everyone except us. But officially, Abbot Peter. And soon enough...
I see. Are there any rifts?
Yes. From the moment talk began about electing a new abbot, it's been like a hornet's...
Tell me something about elect...
Abbot Peter is old. When he dies, they'll have to select a new abbot from amongst the brethren. The candidates are John and Nevlas. And if you ask me for my opinion...
Tell me something about life.
Work, prayer, as if you didn't know. We serve God, and that's the central truth of our...
What are the roles of the...
Someone takes care of the library, someone else the garden. The abbot supervises everything, but it's the circators you should worry about. They're the brothers who'll make sure we observe the rule.
I need to make a confession.
I'm no priest, but tell me what you've done. It's probably nothing to worry about.
I'm here in the monastery looking for a thief. He had a hand in burning down the Neuhof stud.
You don't say. And who are you to take such an interest?
That's not important.
Why are you telling me this anyway? What do you want from me?
Perhaps you could help me find him?
The missing thief? If I knew anything, I'd tell you, but I suppose it must be one of the novices. I've only recently heard about the Neuhof incident, and all the other brethren have been here much longer than that.
I know. Aside from me, there are only 4 novices, but still, I don't know which one he could be.
3? Please, leave me out of it. And you're right that it could be any one of them. No one knows anything about Lukas. Siskin might be a lot of things, but a monk isn't one of them. And Yodok is a slimy worm. It wouldn't surprise me if he was behind that massacre. Actually, the more I think about it, the less I like that Yodok. He's a treacherous rat who'd do anything to get in someone's good books. The thought of Yodok at Neuhof sends chills up my spine.
Maybe you're right. It's not a pretty thought. Thanks for your help, and please don't say a word to anyone.
Don't fret, my friend. Your secrets are locked inside my lips.
Who would you choose?
Why should I even think about that when I don't have the right to vote?
Так, монахи.
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
I'm looking for something a little...
And what would...
Oh, nothing. I'd like to ask... What can you tell me about the novices here?
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and live a monastic life.
I meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself? Yodok is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager. Perhaps too eager. Siskin is good company, but a bit too worldly for a monk. Antonius is hard-working and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought. Lucas is as quiet as a mouse, and no one knows much about him. And then we have you. About who...
Лукаш, значит, да? Самый тихий из них, как мышка. Угу.
Who would you like to be then?
Brother John, obviously. No one's interested.
Так.
Ah, Gregor.
Так, это Йодок. Ой, это этот, блядь, Анатолий. Чиш, а мне нужен...
a novice.
You can call me Siskin. Are you here of your own free will, or is this a punishment? Although it's not important. Welcome to purgatory.
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough. Soon enough.
Курфинович, привет.
I'd be interested to hear what you think about the other novices. Tell me about Antonius.
Well, if there was a monk I'd recommend as a friend, with of course the exception of myself, it would be Antonius. He has a calm soul, he's easy to talk to, and you can always rely on him.
That's all. I'd like to ask you something.
Так.
Well, that's all.
Блять, не то нажал.
Talk to me, bro.
Will you tell me something?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer not to talk about my past.
Are you hiding something? Why are you so reluctant to tell me anything about yourself?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Smil Flashka Pardubitz? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approach. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me, in a monastery. So I took what coin I could from home with me.
What's your plan with this treasure?
To get out of here as soon as I can. I'll wait another year or two until my hot-headed brothers cool off a bit, and then I'll take the silver and run off somewhere, far, far away from here.
Things will get worse. I can feel it in my joints.
But you didn't have to come here if you didn't want to.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice.
But worse than last time. I tell you,
they must have realized you robbed them.
I donated some of the silver to the monastery when I came in.
And you stashed away the remains?
Indeed so.
Так, он где-то спрятал, да, бабки?
Please, keep it to yourself.
Значит, чиш.
I'm still curious about this treasure.
It's no big terrible secret. Really, it isn't. I just go and read during services. There's no time otherwise. I mean, at other times I don't get to read what I like. And I keep it under the slab so the others don't find it.
Библиотеки, короче, у него где-то.
I'll leave you be. Don't worry, I won't follow you again.
Thank you. And please, Gregor, don't mention it to anyone.
Короче, это не он, чиш этот, блять. Кто мне там еще нужен? Вот какой-то хуй. Йодок.
Greetings, brother. I'm Gregor, and I'm new here.
Greetings to you, brother. I'm Yodok, the oldest of the novices. I hope you'll like it here in the monastery and that you won't get into trouble.
Trouble?
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order. I suggest you get...
I'm interested in the other novel. What can you tell me about Siskin?
Oh, he's always got a smile on the new friend. But I reckon he don't belong in the monastery. I'm surprised he hasn't been thrown out already.
Sounds like you don't have much time.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Believe me, Gregor, he's hiding something from us. In fact, now I...
Do you know anything about Antonius?
Чиж понятно, он, блядь, бабки прячет, чтобы съебаться отсюда.
Because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. Antonius is all right. You can rely on him. He won't betray your confidence. He's always happy to help.
Can you tell me something about yourself?
I would if there was anything noteworthy to say. But I'm just the ordinary son of a landowner, now a monk. There's nothing in my past, present, or future.
Why did you join the monastery?
Because it was better than living in poverty. As the youngest son, I'm not entitled to inherit my father's estate, but he was kind enough to sell off some cattle and send me here. And you know what? I'm glad to be here. It's better than mucking out manure.
Who would you vote for?
Why do you care? We don't have the...
I'm just interested.
I like John.
Listen, there's something I ought to tell you. There's a dangerous criminal hiding in the monastery, and I came here to look for him.
Ha! I knew it! He's a villain. Who are you, though? Oh, it's better not to ask, isn't it? It's always safer not to ask.
Never mind that. Who's a villain?
That's Siskin. I always thought he was an odd one, the way he carries on. But now it makes perfect sense. He's a criminal fleeing justice.
You mean he's not going to morning prayers?
So you noticed that too?
Actually, you could be right.
I think when you take a closer look at Siskin, you'll find he's the one you're looking for.
Ah, you've got the wrong end of the stick. That has nothing to do with anything.
You think so? He definitely acts like a criminal.
That's what I'm trying to find out.
What are you going to do to that fellow once you find him?
That's not your concern.
You should talk to the Circators or the Prior about it, not act on your own.
Так, мышь, мне нужна мышь. Где там мышь?
Something is gonna happen out there. You might be wrong.
Монахи, блять.
Praise be to...
Listen, brother.
I can't help you there. Brother's hilarious, mate.
Брат Келарь может достать несколько предметов. Где он, бля?
Talk to me, brother.
Is it possible to learn something about the other novices in the library?
Only the abbot and the prior keep such records.
And can I see them?
No. The abbot writes and keeps his records in his chambers, and only he...
Is there anything I can do to help?
I'm glad you asked. There's one thing, a silly thing really. But not long ago, a brother brought me a crumpled piece of parchment. He says he found it rolled up in a hole in the wall. The thing is, it was a page.
Ovid? What is that?
Not what, but who? Ovid was a great Roman poet. We have a few volumes. Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, may the earth, if he'd had...
Can you tell me something about the book?
The Art of Love is a sort of manual.
Oh, would you like me to put the book...
Absolutely. Eustace's wits weren't the sharpest, so I'm sure he didn't destroy any of the pages. I imagine...
Good.
Thank you, brother.
Where should I look?
If I knew, I wouldn't have asked you to do it. The
Today's
pages of the book could be hidden anywhere. From
What do
the
they do
garden...
in that kitchen? I bet they keep the tastiest
like to-
morsels for themselves and give us the slop that's left over.
Can you tell?
Ha!
The food
7. The
definitely
fundamental...
Do you never want to know?
And
I
what
remember
should be.
when we ate
Так, это непонятно.
What?
Well,
Those were the
as a
days.
novice,
You'll see.
you should be...
Things will get better with the new abbot.
Can you...
Where would you go? You have everything you need.
Who's in charge of things?
Abbot Peter is the administrator of...
And what happens when the old...
Then we elect a new...
Tell me something about...
Prayer, work.
I'm in...
It was...
Heretics?
They wanted to worship.
Понятно, понятно. Так. Какие хуйтики так? Блять, а тут... О. Блок поставлен. Ёбаный монастырь, там ни хера мне задание, ёб твою мать. Так, ладанку потом украдем в монастыре. Иди спать, познакомься с другими послушниками. Задание у меня вообще идти спать, нахуй. Так, чиж. Бабки хранит, йодок. Хуй пойми, что за тип. Так, это куда ворота? А где там страницы найти? А, не показывают. О, а это кто? Во, Лукаш.
I'm Gregor, a novice. I know. It was... And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but I don't want to...
I'd like to know...
I don't know much.
What can you tell me about...
Not a lot. I don't know him. Actually, I don't know much about him at all.
Do you know anything about...
I don't. He doesn't like me, and he's on very friend...
Then he'd soon get his mount.
Tell me about Antonius.
I'd like to, but there's nothing to tell. I've never spoken to...
Are you joking? Don't you know anyone...
Why should I?
I'd have thought you might want to know who you'll be spending the rest of your life with. I definitely do. In fact, I probably already know more...
Don't get upset. I'm sorry I can't tell you more. I just haven't...
Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's nothing I can tell you.
I mean, where you're from, what sort of life you had before, that sort of thing.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name is Lucas. Nothing else matters.
Come on. Is there really nothing at all you can tell me?
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused on work and prayer, not on who I once was. I never will be again. What has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery gates and took our oath. Never forget that.
I'd like to ask you... Who's in charge of things?
Truthfully, everyone except us. But officially, Abbot.
Are there already
Brothers John and Nevlis, but the others have been fighting...
These novices, I'd pull those idlers by the ears.
This John,
What have they done
who...
to you this
A circator. And really, just an unpleasant old man.
Leaving us, their superior.
Tell me something about...
Nevlas manages the monastery's property. He's what they call the provost. He'd like to bring...
Yet again?
Why can't...
They say we don't have enough experience to decide about anything.
Why is who win?
We're young, and we'll spend the rest of our lives here. And the abbot decides everything about...
Текс.
Will you... I mean, where you're... You see, I'm looking for someone here.
You're looking for someone? But you're a novice, aren't you?
I am a novice. At least until I find the man I'm looking for.
Why would you be looking amongst monks? You know, the laws of man aren't valid here. In the cloister, we're subject to...
I'm looking for a footpad who's hiding out here in the monastery. He had a hand in raising the...
I heard something about that. But why?
Because you could help me. It has to be one of the other novices.
That can't be. Have you told the prior?
I'm telling you, someone's been creeping around in the...
Talk to him. Then I'll see. Do you have any idea which of the novices could be the imposter?
Блять, нахуй я ему это предложил?
Don't know, and I don't care to know. I wish you'd never told me. Now I won't be able to...
Блять, это он и есть. Пойду я спать, нахуй. Ну-ка, давай книги все почитаем, что здесь есть. Можно почитать? А, они такие, типа. Пизду, блядь, такие книги, ну. Они мне нужны, эти книги. Выкинь их обратно, блядь.
You might be wrong, and besides, God will be our protector.
Так, мне надо отмычки, может, этот достать. Как его, блядь, звать-то, нахуй? Какой там хер, короче. Так.
Peace be with you, brother.
Здорово.
Then he'd soon get his man.
Какой-то хер сверху, короче. Блядь, дай пройти. А, здесь спят. Тут вон нормальная кровать есть, а они что тут дырхнут? Блин, у них тут унитаз. А можно через него выйти, блядь? Так, не надо. В смысле, блядь, дверь открой. Нахуй я этому Лукашу рассказался, ёб твою мать. Где выход-то? Так, мне надо попасть в библиотеку. Так, это нихуя не библиотека.
The forbidden books must be in that cabinet.
Нахуй такие книги, блять, выкинь их обратно. Короче, пойду спать. Там видно будет. Блядь, дай пройти, блядь, еле идете на. Вот кровать четкая, вот здесь я посплю, блядь. Так, у них в 3 утра, по-моему, подъем. И этот монахов.
Leave me be. I want to sleep.
Huh? Why are you waking me?
Ну хуй с вами, я тоже спать буду. Тоже посплю, блядь. До 6 утра-то чё мне не спать-то? Ебать, они уже все где-то. Иди в костел на молитву и в мессу. Чего? Куда? Иля, я пожрать. Бать, они жрут все уже. Идти надо.
Where were you during Mass? Don't tell me you didn't know that Holy Mass is the foundation on which your...
Иди нахуй. Я хуёво себя чувствовал.
Brother, I wasn't born. This is your...
Идер, блять. Так, надо похавать. Чё я сесть? О. Вон хаб, ёб твою мать. Тарелку возьми, жрать ход. Чё, блять? А все жрут. Чиж здесь. Эти два чингачкука тоже здесь. Я есть хочу, алло.
To that end, we think that the times for each may be prescribed as follows.
What is it, brother?
Здорово.
The rule of Saint Benedict.
Так, не волос юж. Не надо этого кера какого-то. Так, здесь монахи, монахи, чижики, ежики. Монах, монах, монах. О, брат Келарь мне нужен. Он знает, где отмычечки.
I'm looking... And what? I'm looking...
Lockpicks?
I'd like to practice opening locks, just for the fun of it.
Just for fun.
Сука. Тварь ебаная.
What do you desire? And what?
Вина хочу, блядь. Оружие на...
No, no.
Are there ever...
Unfortunate.
Tell me some...
The old abbot...
Tell me about...
John.
Да нахуй они мне нужны, почему так важно кого?
The older brother.
I thought...
You're right.
Who would you...
John?
Короче, библиотекарь мне нихуя не даст, блять. Я есть хочу, алло. Сколько время сейчас, блять? 7. Что у нас там по расписанию-то вообще? Где задание-то? Поешь вместе со всеми. Да, блять, я жрать хочу, куда мне сесть? Давай, давай. Ой, нормально, блювотина какая-то, ёб твою мать, что я ем? Что они там, съебывают потихоньку?
What is it, brother?
I'd like... Are there...
I'm for...
Tell me...
Понятно, нахуй.
I understand. Who's in Abbott Pete? And what happened? Then we.
Да заебал ты спрашивать, кто здесь главное. Мне вообще насрать, блять. До пизды мне. Я поел. Вы отравились. Ёбаный в рот, меня отравил кто-то.
You've got a strong constitution. Anyone else would have certainly died.
What happened?
Меня кто-то из этих козлов траванул, блядь. Кому я сказал? Чижу я сказал и этому. Козлу. И вот этому я сказал, блядь.
I think I understand you. But the...
You know, we're both pawns in someone else's game. They have plans for us. But we don't have to let them use... I was a bandit. And I was at Nyhoff. I've robbed and stolen.
А, он разбойником был. Заграбил и урвал, но клянусь богом.
What I saw at Nyhoff made me realize my life was worth shit. But I still had a chance.
Ебать, а я думал, это тот, блядь, козел.
Here in the monastery, I've had plenty of time to think things over. But then you...
So the evildoer changes his ways and finds God. What exactly are you...
Both of us can leave this place. You can go back to your people, and I can go somewhere where I can live out my life in peace, and no one will try to kill me. If we work together.
И то, что я нашел. Новая задача: убей Антония. Блядь, да хуй знает, не хочу я тебя убивать.
What if I wanted a different option?
You could kill another novice, I suppose. If news of the murder got out from the monastery, my former friends might believe I'm dead. But I'm offering you a solution that doesn't require any killing. Before we make a run for it, we'll make it look like someone's killed me. Loads of blood, a tattered scrap of my habit, and footprints leading towards the river. No one will bother looking for my body there. There we'll split up. You go for your bounty, and I'll get as far away from here as I can.
Good. Let's do it your way.
Good. I'm glad that despite our initial...
Бей другого, послушай. В смысле?
Here, take something to calm your stomach. Now we'll need the keys to the monastery and some blood to make the tracks.
What are you going to do?
I need to get ready for a long journey. Prepare supplies, get some normal clothing somehow. That sort of thing. You can escape in that habit.
What do I need the keys to the monastery?
How else will we get out? This place is practically a...
Getting the keys won't be easy.
I know, but Brother Salarius is a reformed thief. I'll bet he still has a few lockpicks lying about. If you know how to use them, they'll be worth finding. Or there's the hard way. Steal the keys from the prior. He carries them with him at all times.
They both sound hard to me. But needs much. And where am I supposed to get my hands on...
You'll find a parchment in the kitchen with a list of ingredients on it.
Alright, that's everything I need to know. I can get started.
Excellent. Come and see me once you have it. And Gregor...
That would sound more sincere if you hadn't just tried to kill me.
That's why I'm thanking you. For being so reasonable despite what I did. For what it's worth, I'm glad the poison didn't kill you. And we can both come through this...
Блять, ну я не хочу я другого убивать, послушника. Бей Антония, блять.
Cease this
На нахуй. Блять, ну здесь людей пиздец как много. И в туалет они ходят. Я тело спрячу, блять. Вот тут кровь какая-то есть. Как мне вещи свои вернуть? Так. Короче, ключ у меня есть. Мне надо найти. Бля, где здесь ворот-то вообще? Непонятно. Замки скрывать я не умею. Надо дождаться ночи, я так понимаю. У этого, поди, что-нибудь можно стырить. Их так много здесь, блядь.
You have no business here if you aren't a monk. Be gone.
Иди нахуй.
You are in a place intended only for monks.
Ебать, а стражники откуда взялись? Ну чё вам надо, блядь?
Just my luck. Look, I can't.
Do you think? Just.
Сука, в тюрягу меня посадили еще, твари.
A monk's got no business out here. What happened to your vows?
О, нихуя себе.
A monk's got no business out here.
О, я на свободе, блядь.
Aren't you meant to be in the monastery, lad?
Короче, это хуйня какая-то получается. Вот монастырь. Чё я без вещей, без всего, без денег, блядь, как бомж. Нахер мне это надо? Чего было написано? Отправляйся в Ратаевскую. Куда? За вещами. Давайте загуглим, где забрать вещи после. Что-то я не понял, блядь. Ну этого я грохнул, блядь. Как бы. Ой, раньше загрузим, чтобы не убивать этого чмошника. А, во, выясните, кто из святошников потерянными вещами. Это сюда. Понятно, выясните. Ешь вместе с остальными. Все, короче, сохраняюсь, ухожу. Потом дальше пройдем. Когда? Завтра, послезавтра, посмотрим. На работу надо собираться. Всем спасибо, ребят, всем пока. Ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал.